Diamond, platinum, diamond. If I wanted her, I could have her like this. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is probably my top 3 reality TV shows in the entire world. Real Housewives of whatever could not compete. Like, cannot compete to this. The outfits. Did we not see what, I think it's Nadia, right? Nadia. Did we not see Nadia's wedding dress? It looked like it was made out of gold. Oh my God. Like, I wasn't even there for the drama. I was there for the outfits. Swanky's outfits, except for like the last one he did for the Bridgerton-esque type of vibe they did at the very end event. Swanky's outfit like fell short for me in that one, but like everybody else's outfit, chef's kiss. That's why I watch, for the outfits. And the lighting in this video must be so amazing to you guys, because I actually am filming this in the day. That literally never happens. I usually film it like dark at night, in the middle of the night. We can talk about one of my favorite, like literally favorite reality TV shows, Young, Famous, and African. So it's basically following the lives of all of these famous African individuals in Africa. Some people from Nigeria, some people from South Africa, some people are from Swahili. No, Swahili is a language. Some people from Zimbabwe, Ghana, I believe. But I think mostly are from South Africa and Nigeria, if I could guess, right? I love it so much. The drama in this was just like, literally, I can never watch. That's the thing too. Like, Real Housewives of whatever state in the United States cannot compare to the drama, the clothes, the extravagance. I'm sorry. Africans know how to put on a show. They know how to dress. They know how to read you to filth. They do. They know how to drag you. I also do love, it's definitely up there. This is definitely up there for me when it comes to Dubai Bling. Dubai Bling. I love that show. We are gonna be talking about it. So how I usually talk about and review TV shows and reality shows is talking about each and every character and my review on each and every character and what I think about they did in each and every, talk about their season, their part in the season for each and every character. And this season was like very addictive. It was really addictive. I'm telling you, their ability for these rich people to have extravagant events like this is like so incredible. It's not really events. It's basically like a time to just like sit down and just say something crazy to your friend or to your colleague. I don't think these people are friends, in my honest opinion. I really don't think these people are friends. Like, same thing with Dubai Bling. I don't think those people are friends, but even though they call each other friends, but they do the most nastiest things. But then again, my sister does the most nastiest things, so I get it. So let's start off with Diamond Platinum. Like, my jaw was on the ground each and every time he was talking about how he would talk to Fantana. It seems like Fantana is in love with Diamond, and that is fine. That is okay. And she wants to do the situationship with Diamond, but all of her friends want her to not do that. Sorry, it was Zari who had the wedding. Oh my God, this is the reason why I need to pull up people's name and everything. Yeah, it was Zari. So Nadia was the one who was trying to fight for Fantana. I think Nadia was doing too much. I think I hate when friends do that. When I tell you don't do something, please don't do it. Like, I made it ever so clear. I don't need you to go and fight for me. Like, I know what I'm doing in the relationship. Even though when you think that you don't know what even though you don't trust me in my decision, it seems like we should have just trusted Fantana, because if Fantana knows what she's doing, she wants to play dumb, she wants to look dumb because she really likes Diamond, and she wants to do whatever it takes to stay with Diamond, even if that doesn't mean in a relationship. She wants to be able to do all of that. So with that being said, because she wants to be able to do all of that, people don't like that, because people can, again, like that is the African culture. Like African culture, what we tend to do is be in serious relationships. You do not get us pregnant. You don't, like, it doesn't go backward for us. We're very traditional. It has to be ring, has to be boyfriend, ring, pregnancy, sorry, no, boyfriend, ring, wedding, pregnancy, right? So Fontana's like, I don't care if I get pregnant, if I don't have a ring, as long as I have a man who ever support me and my kid. And when she tells that to Swanky and Nadia, they don't really like that, because again, we're like traditional Africans. Like, also FYI, I'm from Nigeria, so I get everything that's going on. So you have to be able to understand like the culture, the customs, and everything. So Diamond is a bit too much for me, but it's quite clear that Fontana knows that he's all over the place, because apparently Fontana is a girl version of Diamond, and whatever Diamond is doing to Fontana is what Fontana does to other guys. Okay, fine. I don't like how Diamond is trying to sneak away and talk to Kefi. Kefi seems to be the type of person, honestly, who is a woman of class. She knows what she wants, even if it may not be your traditional way of doing things. Like, I don't know the drama surrounding her wedding and her marriage. Apparently, the bloggers are talking about saying it's fake. Even if it is, even if it isn't, it's not our business. And we supposed to, if Kefi is my friend, I would support her and whatever decision she wants to do. So yeah, I don't like the way Nadia was moving as a friend, even though like she was a friend, she was doing too much. I think Fontana was a good friend to Nadia this season, and Diamond was just being Diamond, like he's being Diamond. I don't like the way what he did to Kefi, like take her on that date. Like, of course Kefi's gonna tell Fontana. Like, it's so freaking weird. And Kefi's not that girl. You think like, he said he wanted to penetrate. When he said that, I wanted to like barf. He's like, oh, I just wanted to penetrate. It was so disgusting. The way Diamond treats women, it's actually so gross. And he would rather have many kids than be married and be in a serious relationship. That's fine, but be with somebody who wants all of that, right? Who also wants all of that. It's kind of like interesting too, like the way Diamond treats women is how everybody thinks Lewis treats women. Like, I think Lewis is like the sweetest guy. But before we get there, let's talk about, actually no, let's take on, I'll come back to Kefi. Lewis is such a sweet guy. He was so misunderstood. Like, I don't really understand. Like, I get it. I get Inni, the queen, the icon. I get Inni she had a very traumatic experience when it comes to her baby making her experience, her surrogacy experience. And I don't know, on camera it did not show that she told Lewis that he shouldn't talk about this anymore, but you can tell that Ines is clearly annoyed. But I'm not really sure if Inni actually told Lewis, and maybe she did and the cameras kind of edited it out. We could be wrong, but Lewis, in my opinion, is completely misunderstood. And Lewis is honestly a sweet guy who clearly wants kids, and he wants to be with a woman who can love him for him and is willing to create a family together, even if, they may or may not be together romantically. And I think that's quite honorable. I think that's quite amazing. And I don't know why nobody has been a good friend to Lewis, in my opinion. Like, nobody in this friend group has been a good friend to Lewis, except for Shakib, who is Zari's husband, right? Shakib has been a really good friend to Lewis. And it was so interesting to me as to see how everybody kind of treated Lewis. Like, I don't understand. Like, Lewis was not coming from like a bad place. He clearly wants to create a family because of his trouble, past history with his own family. And my heart truly, is so, like, my heart goes out to him. Like, I truly feel so bad for him when Lewis, like, when Inni was attacking him and Swanky was attacking him on the beach, I was like, oh my God, Lewis, he's crying. I want to cry for him because he wasn't coming from a bad place. And I get where Inni's coming from. That was truly traumatic, but I agree with Lewis. It was traumatic, then girl, walk away. But this is clearly what Lewis wants to do, and either you be there and support him or you don't. And apparently Lewis has shown that none of his friends in this friend group want to support him. But I get it too, because we're very, again, you're talking about Africa. It's like quite traditional place, and people don't do a lot of surrogacies. It's not really known as here in America and Canada. So, and this is not a woman. Like, Lewis is a man. It identifies as a man who's going to go do this, which is even hard on him to go out of the way and be confident in his decision, to have people then, make him feel bad about it and have people not support him. I totally get where Lewis is coming from. So I love Lewis, but I do agree with Fontana in the sense like Lewis, what is your type? Like, you cannot fall in love with each and every girl that you see. What is your type? Like, what are you into? Are you into this, that, and the third? Like, let me know what you're into, because you can't fall in love with every pretty girl that walks through the door. I haven't introduced myself. My name is MJ. I review TV shows and movies on here. Talk about the things that I'm about. I'm about video podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share. And I'll be here. And I talk about a lot of reality, but I also talk about tons of drama, rom-com. I'm talking about Justin Baldoni lawsuit, like the Blake Lively stuff. It ends with us drama. So it's been really fun down here. So we move on. So yeah, and I love Connie. Like, Connie has been like in and out of the entire show, kind of giving advice to everybody. Has been really, really there for Zari. I don't know why I'm getting like people. Nadia has been really, really there for Nadia, and I had no idea that like Connie's like really good friend with Nadia and the other guy. I had no idea. I think that's like really great, and she doesn't really need to be here. She doesn't really provide too much substance to the show, other than what she's doing now, which is like being like a really, really good friend to rely on, a good family member, a person to rely on to get to receive great advice from. So I think her role in this show was like really nice. And I love the way where Zani was really giving some Connie. I love how Connie was giving like really, really life-hitting advice to Kaylee's now fiance, Quentin. And I think the advice that Connie gave Quentin was amazing, which is it's quite clear that Quentin is really scared of getting divorced. That comes from his, personal trauma with relationships. So I get where Quentin is coming from. And I do agree too, like if Quentin wants to not get married and just be in a common law relationship with his girlfriend, Kaylee, that is fine. But it's quite clear Kaylee wants to get married. She's a woman who wants to get married, a girl from my own heart. I want to get married. I want kids. And no one's going to stay me away from that path. So Quentin absolutely wants to get married. I'm sorry, Quentin does not want to get married. But I don't think he doesn't want to get married. I think he's scared of getting married. He's scared of getting a divorce, which does not mean that he doesn't want to get married. So there are a lot of people who are scared of getting a divorce again, or scared of the heartbreak, scared of the emotions that come with that and the turmoil, so you don't end up wanting to get married again. With that being said, Kaylee seems to be a perfect match for Quentin. Like, Kaylee loves Quentin, Quentin loves Kaylee, and this makes absolute perfect sense. So I don't see Kaylee ever leaving Quentin and vice versa. And Kaylee's right. Like, if you want to be with me, what's your plan? What is the plan? Like, even if we're not getting married, what is our plan? And the thing is too, like, Quentin is right. Quentin and Kaylee do not speak to each other on this season in regards to what they want, only because it's quite clear that Kaylee has been speaking to Quentin about what she wants for many years, like over the last previous two seasons. So it's not, a shock to anybody watching their relationship unfolding in season 3 on what's actually going on. But Quentin is not really honest with Kaylee, and Kaylee's not really honest with Quentin because they're afraid of hurting each other's feelings, which is fair. But when it comes to something like non-negotiables as getting married and having kids and having a plan, you guys should be really frank and honest on what you want and what you need. Quentin was telling Kaylee that, he does want to get married, but he would turn around and tell everybody, and tell us, the producers, the show, the people around the world, that he doesn't want to get married. He's scared to getting divorced. And then Kaylee would be like, oh sure, I love you, I'll stay. But then she would then turn around and tell everybody, he's like, no, I'm looking for another apartment. He doesn't seem to love me that much. Like, he doesn't care if I leave, so I'm going to leave. I do want to get married. I do want to have kids. I do want it all. And it's, yes, women can have it all. Like, that's that movement, that women can't have it all. It's either the successful career or the husband. And honestly, we can have both. Like, I don't know where that came from. I could be in an amazing marriage and also be in an amazing career. Maybe sometimes not at the same time. Sometimes, not at the same time, but it doesn't always, it can be at the same time, but it may not last. Like, for instance, like, you can be in an amazing marriage, but something happens in your career, or you could be, you may not have your career, but you'll have your marriage. But it doesn't, like, those two, you could have them both, but it may not stay on that same plane for long periods of time. You know what I mean? Like, you can have an amazing marriage, but your career, you may be shifting to a different career. Like, I do think you can have it all, but not in the way that people think that you should have it all, or people talk about it. You know what I mean? I think there are sacrifices that needs to be made to have it all, and I do believe in Kaylee and speaking for herself in finally, being like, okay, if you don't want to be with me, if you don't want to get married to me, that's fine. But I do want to invest in my own property. I do want to, create generational wealth through realty. I can't say realty, like like REALTY. You know what I mean? So through housing wealth, like through housing assets, like owning assets that are houses. So I'm proud of Kaylee for doing that. I don't hate Quentin. I think Quentin has traumas that he hasn't dealt with. He's afraid of that. And I like Kaylee. Kaylee, I just do feel like Kaylee just, you know what? No, I don't want to change you, Kaylee. Like, be the person that you are. I like Kaylee. Now, moving on to, the new cast was Ini, the Nigerian, icon. I have nothing to say about her, because she's new and not much. I know she had that drama with Lewis, but obviously she was triggered by Lewis, rightfully so. She had a lot she had to deal with. We're going to talk about Nadia. Swanky, I love the fact that Swanky's bringing new people into the group. I think people should be doing that, and I love that. I don't hate Swanky. I think Swanky did a very mature choice, and for the most part, he didn't do it the entire time, but did a mature choice in not responding to Annie's comments. Like, it's quite clear that Swanky's in therapy and he's working on not being emotionally and mentally triggered, and it's really hard to not be triggered, right? It's a practice. However, he did lash out on that dinner, on Kaylee's event, the pearls and diamonds event. He did lash out. So, but that may happen as long as you get back on track. So, the path that Swanky's on is a path that I'm on, and I'm trying not to be triggered by the things that people say and do, because people can do and say whatever they want. You can only control yourself, your own emotions, your own actions, and you can't control others. And I love the fact that Swanky and Annie finally came to a truce. They're back together, and they're hopefully moving forward on the relationship, and hopefully we'll see where it goes. I do hope bigger and better things. I don't think it will be the same relationship as it was in the past, because I think Swanky is going to be setting some boundaries with Annie, and I think Annie is still hurt from what Swanky did, but they apparently already, they apparently came together and just they already resolved it. Like, I don't know why Annie's so upset, but what people didn't understand is that Annie's upset because of how Swanky made Annie's daughter feel. So she's harboring the feelings of her daughter, and she hates the fact that Swanky made her daughter say, "Oh, why is Uncle Swanky acting like that and doing this?" So that's why Annie was so upset. In relation to Annie on Zari's wedding, I think that was so rude. Zari looks beautiful, like so beautiful this season, but so is every single, like, Nadia lost some weight. I know I shouldn't be commenting, but I know Nadia is going through some heartbreak, which I'll talk about in a second. But Zari's like outfits bomb.com, like Swanky's outfits for the most part bomb.com, like Nadia's outfits bomb.com, Kelsey's outfits bomb.com. I'm not a big fan of Fontana's outfits. I like some of them, not all of them. It's very city girl. But Annie should not have made those horrible comments in Zari's wedding. That's completely rude, but I love that Annie came and apologized eventually. Zari, what was I going to say about Zari? Zari was doing too much to Kelfi. I don't know why Zari needs to talk about, but that is Zari, though. That is Zari. There was something I was going to say about Zari. Oh my God. I completely... Yeah, Zari and Shakib's wedding. Shakib is 27 and Zari's like, I don't know how old. Girl, go get him. Girl, if you can get it, go get her. I also think as well, Zari did tell Diamond that she wanted another kid. I know she's playing it off as like, oh no, you're misunderstood. It was a miscommunication. No, Zari told Diamond that she wants another kid. And she's probably just going to play it off and be like, Shakib, this is your boy. But no, we actually, you know, it's actually Diamond's kid. A lot of women do that. Like a lot of women don't want too many baby daddies. So they want all their kids to have the same baby daddy. So because of that, they want, even though they and their baby daddy may not be in a romantic thing, they may come to an agreement and be like, hey, I want another daughter, I want another child that will be a sister or brother to my kid that's already here. I want to, let's get it on, do the romantic relations, and let's have a kid, and we can father two kids together, because I know that now the second kid will be a sister, a sibling to my first kid, just to reduce the amount of baby daddies, instead of being like, okay, let me go have a relationship with a man, do the deed, and then have a kid. But a lot of baby mamas do that, and it's a thing. Who was my favorite character in this season? Would definitely have to be Kaylee. Usually. Who is the best dressed? That's gonna be hard. For me, it was either Zari or Swanky. Zari or Swanky, honestly. It's Tyra, Zari, or Swanky. Yeah, I think the entire season was amazing. Like, I loved it so much, and I can't wait. But it's like Netflix is definitely working in overtime, and I get why Netflix is definitely increasing their prices. We've had like 4 or 5 reality TV shows in the month of January, and these are some of like the high grossing reality TV shows too. Selling City, New Wags to Riches, we got Dubai Bling, we got Young Rich and African, like so many good. Love is Blind Germany, like all in the month of January. And usually January is a very slow month, so the fact that we're getting all of this TV and even new movies, I get why they increased the price. I don't hate it, but they should increase the price once every year. You know, how I rate the entire season of this season 3, I would say a 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. It was pretty juicy, pretty addictive. But I just want all of them to get along for once. Like, you guys have to fight. Like, at least one episode you guys should get along. But they can't do that. So it is really annoying. Now, on the last episode where Kiffy, like, threw a water at Zari and, like, Kaylee was, like, upset. I was like, girl, like, you're on a reality TV show, of course. But that's what Real Housewives of whatever state US usually does. Like, they fight and they throw wine and water. Carefully just on that vibe, but again, these are Africans. We Africans don't fight like that. We're a bit more classy, honestly. We will curse you out with the power of the tongue, but we don't get into physical fights. So I get where Kelly's coming from, because probably not used to that. I was like, oh my god, I can't please through a fight. You shouldn't do that. Girl, stop. Kefi already said she doesn't like Zari, and Zari pushed her buttons. Zari's doing too much. And Zari should have just pushed back and just didn't talk. She shouldn't have talked to her. Zari's doing too much. And the fact that, like, and that's the thing too, like, Kelly sometimes has blinders on for some people, and I just don't understand that. And that's another thing I also want to talk about. I do not agree that just because you have something going on in your life, that you have the right to do whatever you want to your friends, like to cause trauma, to say whatever. I don't agree with that. I don't care what's going on with your life. I should not be your punching bag. I say that again. I don't care what's happening in your life. I should not be your punching bag. Tell me what's going on in your life, and I can give you grace. If you want to be mean one day, at least I know what's going on, and I can give you grace. But if you don't tell me what's going on, and you're doing left, right, and center, that friend that you have that you're using a punching bag as may not be there to be your friend after you're done dealing with whatever you want to deal with, that you're dealing with. So that's my thing on that. And that's why I do not agree with what Annie is doing, or even like Nadia has not dealt with the passing of her partner. Annie is dealing with the loss of her kid last year, and that's like coming out this year, and the fact that, you know, she's being triggered. And so people are not dealing with their issues, but again, you deal with it on your own time. You do not take it out on your friends, and I strongly believe in that. Let me know what you guys think on this season of one of my favorite, probably top 3 reality TV shows in the world. And stay woke, stay healthy, stay safe. What's coming up? A bunch of stuff. A lot of Dustin Baldoni is coming up. I have my Beyonce video that I want to post. That's coming out this week. Grammys has already announced that they're going to have Beyonce performed, which will probably announce what she was going to announce on February 14th, this Sunday. So we are so excited. So hopefully by then I should have my Beyonce video out. But until then, stay woke and stay healthy, stay safe, and hopefully enjoy this like very brightened video. It's not going to happen every single day. So bye guys.